totally off topic.
Yes, we are totally off topic, but see, this is fun. See, because Miranda was bringing up, like, the book, Heaven is for Real, and I saw the movie, too. And
I haven't seen the movie. I really want to see it.
Yeah, I saw the movie. I think my mom got it from, like, the library. There was a movie that was about it. And so I saw that, and I read the book, but I still have all kinds of questions, you know. Like, well, okay, this heaven, like, why do we have to die before we go to heaven? Like, I've never understood that. If this heaven is for real, like...
Well, we don't live forever.
Well, but why don't we?
What do you mean, why don't we?
Well, why don't we live forever? Like,
well, because we weren't born that way. People die, but it's not always going to be like that.
Well, how do you know that?
How do I know that? Because, like, it's just a part of life. People die, and it's sad that people forget people. I was just having a conversation about that last night with my friend, about why people die and they're not worth anything anymore, and they're useless.
If I die, would you forget me?
No, but some people do forget people, which doesn't make any sense.
Well, you know, I think there are a few things that determine really whether you remember someone. Was that person really involved in your life? Did they talk to you? Were they your true friend, you know?
Yeah.
And
but then I always have people leave me, which it's hard for me to make friends because I was crying for hours yesterday about somebody that blocked me online.
Oh, you know.
And it was someone I've been in love with that left me. Because I was in the hospital when he left me.
You know what? I totally know what that's like. There was someone who blocked me, and I just never knew why. And I just, like, it's just, I mean, if somebody has a problem with me, I want them to tell me, what did I do wrong?
Mm-hmm.
But I never get an answer.
I cried for hours yesterday about it.
Yeah, and I just don't like that. How, you know, sometimes you know people, but then they forget you, and whether they're alive or...
They forget me on purpose, which hurts.
How can anyone forget you, Miranda? I'm going to make sure...
Other boys, they hurt people. They hurt girls like me.
Miranda, I'm going to make sure with this video series no one's going to forget you.
Okay.
Okay, and no one's going to forget me. I'm not going to let this world forget me, okay? You are going to have to put up with my black glasses face and my friend here, my friend here with the ant brain.
Ant brain?
Yeah.
Ant brain too.
Yeah, I'm fine with having an ant brain. I don't care. But yeah, but anyway, but see, people die, and I know people are born and they die, and that's just weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know I'm used to it, and I know that, and I know I'm gonna die. But my thing is, it's not about that. Like, I don't care about that. I know that I'm about what I'm here about. Just like I wanted to know what Jesus was here to do. I want to know what I'm here to do.
Well, we're here to spread the gospel for God.
And what's the gospel?
That we're not perfect.
Well, I know that.
Well, yeah.
We don't need to tell anyone that we're not perfect. Do we look perfect to you people? Anyone who's watching, do we look perfect?
Well, I may look pretty, but, you know...
There's a difference between pretty and perfect, I think. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah, I think there's a difference. We could talk about that, too,
People have different opinions of what pretty is.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, I need a real definition. When I look up pretty in a dictionary, it is
You looked it up?
Yeah, I think I did. I don't remember what it said, but when you look up pretty or beautiful or ugly or anything like that in a dictionary, it's of no help. It's really just not much help, because some things you need more than a word.
Because people think that some people are pretty and some people just aren't. It depends what they're, attracted to.
And you know here's what I love about death, okay? The great thing is that after we die...
Suffering is over!
Yay! End of suffering! Yeah. And besides that, after we die, our bodies that we're in now, whether they're pretty or ugly, all just turn back into dirt. So nobody cares.
No, not in dirt. I have a new body.
Yeah, but what about our bodies now? Will they be dirt?
Well... We're supposed to have a young body in heaven. It's not going to be old.
How young or how old?
I've always wondered that myself,
Yeah.
but it's just what I heard, that we're gonna have a new body and it's not gonna be old.
Okay, but
Old is past and is come.
guess we'll find out, huh? But
everyone has a different interpretation of heaven, though.
yeah, you know what? I don't like to let people interpret things for me that I haven't seen. I like to see things, then I interpret it.
Well, based on scripture and revelation, I think it talks about, like, I think how heaven is. Maybe there's scriptures in there, but I think I read something about the end of the world.
Yeah, people really like to talk about the end of the world.
I know.
And everyone's predicting.
Like the scare of, oh no, it's 2012.
Yeah, and I'm
the
like,
Mayan calendar.
I mean,
so wrong.
They're like every year there's another end of the world prediction, and I'm like, I'm not paying attention. Let the world end what it's going to. Until then, I'm gonna have fun writing and recording videos with Miranda and stuff like that.
Well, as it is, Russia is threatening us with bombs. So I mean, yeah, never ends.
Yeah, I mean, really, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow just the militaries of all the countries just all like bombed each other and killed all life. That wouldn't destroy the planet, but they would kill just about all life, But anyway, like the thing is, death is always meant a lot to me, and I know people think that's weird.
Sometimes I'm like, why do you have to die? That's
yeah,
what I think.
That's what I was asking. Like
when I was younger, I always was like questioning it.
Yeah, and I think that's good. See, that's what I question. Like I asked earlier, why don't we live forever? And I've always wondered, like, and people come up with answers, but their answers don't make sense to me.
Like, what do they say?
Well, people say stuff like that we die because of sin or something. And I'm like, well, I don't see how that really works because,
Well, it is kind of true. Because, we're not perfect beings.
Yeah, we need to define...
Because of the stupid... Freaking Eve. I don't like her.
Why don't you like Eve?
Because I don't like her. She started,
I mean, look...
everything.
It
was the woman. Because she... started everything.
I don't really have anything against Eve. I don't really have anything against naked people in gardens thousands of years ago. I just don't. But I think we need to talk about that more specifically, okay? In our next video, we're going to talk about some of this.
Okay.